Hello, I'm Brian Painter, columnist of the Oklahoman, and today I'm joined by Kerry Watkins, the Executive Director of the Oklahoma City National Memorial and Museum. Thanks very much for coming in.
Happy to be here. Thanks for having us.
You bet. If you could just kind of give me an idea of the activities you have for April 19th this year.
Well, leading up to it, we have a very special event on April 17th at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Dr. Michael Berenbaum. It's a joint project we're doing with the Jewish Federation of Oklahoma City, and Dr. Berenbaum is one of the premier experts in the world about remembrance and cultural memory and making sure we preserve the stories of the past so that they're never forgotten. And so he's going to do a workshop in our museum at 4 o'clock on April 17th, and then he'll do the Yom HaShoah event for the Jewish Federation later that night at 7 at the Civic Center Hall of Mirrors. So we're very excited to bring Dr. Berenbaum back. He helped us kind of at the very beginning of the museum, and we're thrilled to welcome him back. And as we're at a very critical time of looking forward, and we're very excited about having him back. And that leads up to April 19th, which is the Day of Remembrance. A very important day for this city and this nation to pause and to remember what we've been through and the resilience that this city has shown the nation. And we will pause at 8:45 for about an hour and remember the 168 lives who were killed and those who survived and those changed forever on that very important day. And then the museum will open after the ceremony at 10, 9:30 or 10, thanks to Cox Communications. We have Cox Community Day. It's free for everyone who wants to see the museum. It's a great opportunity to come and see and learn that story. We continually hear from people who say, I was reluctant to go, I didn't want to go, but I'm so glad I pushed myself. I'm so glad of what I saw. And we're really appreciative to Cox for that making that possible. And then we have the Oklahoma City Memorial Marathon, which is kind of our capstone of the month every April, and we expect about 26,000 runners to take to the streets of Oklahoma City to run from downtown to the lake and back, or a relay, or a half marathon, or the 5K, or thousands of kids are preparing to run the last 1.2 miles of the marathon. So it will be a remarkable weekend.
And then in May, you'll have Reflections of Hope ceremony again. Tell me kind of the story behind that this year.
Well, May 10th, we're going to honor Anthony Shadid. And Anthony, as you know, died in Syria a couple of months ago as a reporter for the New York Times. And Anthony's a local boy who did really well. I mean, he did remarkable things, but most importantly, he gave a voice to the people who didn't have a voice. And he told the story of people who were fighting terrorism quietly and gave them hope and promise by letting their story, getting their story out. And he's won 2 Pulitzers for it. Will probably be named a third one by the time we honor him. We are going to honor Anthony's work. Unfortunately, he is not going to be here to accept it because of his untimely death. But his wife, Netta, will be here, and his 2 children will be here, and incredible Shadid family from Oklahoma City who has supported him and his work internationally for many years. We will honor what he did and what he stood for, and how many voices he gave to people who we would have never heard from had he not gone into these very dangerous areas and told the story of what's happened. So that award, which is meant to honor someone who is teaching hope in the midst of political violence, we feel like Anthony really underscored that.
And he was very close to you, your staff, the museum, took time to come, took time to speak, took time to share that message.
Anytime Anthony was in Oklahoma, he was willing to share his lesson, much like he did here, I think, with the Oklahoman staff. He was willing to, sit down and teach what he had learned. And we took advantage of that every time we could at the museum. His high school English teacher, Lynn Roller, is one of our key members of staff, and she always had a great relationship with him, and we got the benefit of that. And it's we just had him in the museum less than a year before his death, of telling the story of him being held hostage in the year before. And so, I mean, he just was basically released, and within a week or 2 he was in the museum telling the story to an absolutely packed audience. And what I call it was an incredible homecoming. I mean, it really was an incredible way to welcome him back to Oklahoma. And certainly didn't expect that to have been the last time we hosted him, but unfortunately it was.
All right, thank you so much for coming in today.
Thanks. We hope everyone will participate and join us for any of the activities. Everything's available on our website, OklahomaCityNationalMemorial.org. We'd love to have everybody to participate at any level they'd like to.
All right. Thank you so much, Carrie.